Hi, Mr. Carroll here. Today I'm going to show you on Photoshop how to use a layer mask. Okay, so I'm just going to go and open these two images I'd like to use. So I'm going to use a hand and an eye. So I'm just going to open these two. So I'm going to merge this eye onto this hand. So first thing I'm going to do is click and drag this out of the tab bar. So this tab bar, and just to make a separate window. So if I do that, I can actually see both images at the same time. The next thing I'm going to do is actually use the move tool on the left hand side, and I'm going to click and drag the image over to the hand image. So as you can see, this just moves your image over to that image. So now you're working on just this one image layer. Okay, so over in the layers panel, you can now see we've got two layers. So we've got our background image, which is the hand, and now we've got the eye image. First things first is that this eye image, I would say, is a little bit too big, so we need to resize it. One way we can do that is clicking the Show Transform tools, so Show Transform Control, and we can get the transform, so resizing squares and the resizing frame will appear. Or we can actually press Control and T, and that will bring that up. So we can resize it by holding the Shift key down and taking one of these corners. So hold the Shift key down and then click one and drag one of these corners. So we can size up or we can size down. Now the Shift key will keep that image in proportion, so you won't get a distorted image when you're resizing. Okay, so I'm going to resize it down, and I'm going to start to place it in the hand. So once you're happy with that, you can press enter on your keyboard, or you can press this little tick at the top on your toolbar here. Then that will make the transform frame disappear. So I'm just going to take down the opacity a little bit, just so I can actually place this on my hand here, whereabouts I want it. And then I'm just going to take the opacity up on the layers panel again. Okay, so that just helps me place the hand about where I want it. So the next thing that I'm going to do is now add a layer mask to this layer, so to this eye image. We do this by clicking this button down here on the layers panel. This is your layer mask button. Okay, and you'll see that it adds a white canvas here, and you've got a chain link between the two. So we need to make sure we're working on this. We also need to make sure that here our foreground color is black. Okay, a way to change these is with this arrow here, so we can see it changes over. Also, you can press X on your keyboard. Then we need to select the brush tool. So brush tool on the left hand side. To increase your brush size, we can press the square brackets, and that will increase your brush size. And I just want you to set your opacity to around 70%. And then we're just going to go ahead and start brushing on around the edge of the image. Okay, so let's just get rid of the edge of that eye image. Okay, once we're at that point where we've got rid of the edge of that image, is now we can see that the eye actually blends into the hand a little bit more effectively. Now I'd like you to reduce the opacity even more. Okay, so maybe around 30%, and just start to blend this eye in a little bit more kind of effectively with the skin color of the hand. Okay, there we go. That's how we use a layer mask, but also how we put an eye or other facial features onto different body parts. Hope that helps.